So are we watching it or what? Or are we too scared? I'm not scared, bro. I ain't no pussy, bro. You know what I'm saying? As you can see.
Cap. TikTokers, Instagrammers, and YouTubers alike were talking about the disappearance of the 3-year-old boy from Montana, Ryker Webb. Now, people go missing all the time in the woods. It's actually more common than you might think it is.
I've seen like literally, I literally seen this kid in slideshows on my TikToks. It'd literally be like before, okay, and then you swipe and it's like after. And I'm like, dude, I literally couldn't sleep for some nights because of this, bro. I don't know why. There's something about horror movies when you watch as a kid. It's like Annabelle creation and shit. Like, dude, that scared the piss out of me. I could not finish that movie. I was like fucking 9. And then you grow up and you're like, okay, that shit's ass. The Nun, yo, what the fuck is a nun gonna do? Bah, bah, bitch, you're dead. All right. And there's like real life kidnapping, all that scary real life shit, bro. That shit is non-stop gonna be scary. You know why? It's real. It could happen to you tomorrow, today, now. Wake up. Wake up.
Surrounding several of these disappearances, including Ryker's, are just strange and otherworldly, to say the least. Many of the things just don't add up. So today, we're going to be discussing in depth the vanishing of Ryker Webb for those 2.5 days that he was missing.
Bro,
and we're going to be exploring the
I don't know anything about this, bro. So he better drop the sauce.
To put it shortly, 3-year-old Ryker Webb disappeared in a small town known as Troy. Now, Troy is in Lincoln County, Montana, which is the furthest north.
Wait, is Montana a state?
In the state.
Is Montana a state? Am I slow?
Later, I'm not just yapping. He was outside in his front yard when he disappeared. His father was originally.
Wait, what the fuck? Yo, nah, his fucking town had to been like dead ass in like the hood, bro. How do you disappear in your yard? Also, L parents, bro. No. L fucking parents. Dude, you're not watching your kid? The fuck? Have some like camera or some shit, bro.
Outside in his front yard when he disappeared. His father was originally out there with him, but he went inside for a few minutes to grab something. He came back out. Ryker was gone.
What?
A then 2.5-day search ensued for Ryker. The local sheriff and volunteers.
Yo, they were planning this like a GTA mission
area to try to find where Ryker went. He was eventually found, but the circumstances under which he was found do not add up to me and to many others. So that is what.
All right, what happened, bro? Come on, stop yapping.
Stay tuned.
Get the good things.
And let's dive into it.
All right, come on. Let's go. Come on. Yep. Hell yeah.
The small town of Troy, as I mentioned earlier, is a small part of Lincoln County, Montana. Troy itself has just 833 residents that live there.
Hey, respectfully, bro, is this guy yapping or am I tripping, bro? Like, is this adding anything? I might just skip, bro. I'm gonna keep it $1.50 right now.
Mountain lions, stuff.
Oh shit.
Ryker's disappearance wasn't really an abnormal day. Everything was pretty usual.
Okay.
Ryker Webb was playing in the front yard with his dad and his dog, and they were
around
goofing off, doing typical 3-year-old stuff. The story goes that
he was 3? Who's out here kidnapping 3-year-olds, bro? Yo, y'all need to be locked up for life, bro. No. Y'all need the fucking death sentence, bro. Respectfully.
Playing with his dog and with his dad, Ryker wanted to take a break from playing, and he wanted to go around the yard and search for bugs. Now, Ryker is not alone in his liking of bugs and interest of them.
Because the area he was found in was weird, it wasn't the normal area okay, interesting. Okay, I guess that did add something. Okay, maybe I'm just like low-key slow. Okay, never mind, yeah.
Well, I remember being a 3-year-old myself and loving bugs. I used to have one of those little toys that could suck.
Bro, facts. One time I literally sniffed a bug, bro. That was like free cocaine on a Saturday evening.
Suck up bugs into that little container thing. I'm sure all of you had those too. Bugs are just really fascinating to kids. So Ryker was, running around the yard, picking up rocks, digging dirt up, trying to find insects. Plus, it was in the middle of summer in Montana, a mid-June day. The weather wasn't bad. The sun was out. It was a perfect day for this. During the middle of Ryker's search for bugs and the turning over of rocks, his dad went back inside to look for something.
All right.
Now, I really couldn't find exactly what he was looking for or why he went inside. Those details are kind of fuzzy in the case, and trust me, I combed all of the research I could.
Oh, bro's Inspector Gadget.
We just know that he went inside. When he did so, he left Ryker in the capable hands of their dog. They had a family dog out there with him. Plus, they were in a very small town.
Did the dog go missing too? Why didn't bro start barking?
Your boys just playing in the front yard with the dog. Several minutes later, his dad came back outside and was pretty stunned to see.
Yo, okay, no, actually, no. Okay, like, imagine, like, me in, like, 10 years, like, anyone watching this in 10 years, bro. You're, like, a father, you have a son, boom. You go inside real quick, and then you're with your dog, you come outside, bro. Imagine the feeling, like, you're like, where the fuck is my son, bro? And, like, actually, that's actually frightening. And the fact is, like, when kids go missing, I'm pretty sure they usually don't get found. Like, young children like this, they usually don't get found. So, like, it's actually dead ass a blessing that he did get found.
That Ryker wasn't there and his dog was acting anxious. Now, the anxious dog thing, again, is an for sure fact because only a few sources had that
The dog could have been silenced by another dude? Fair enough. We're about to find out.
That could have been a misnomer from a reporter or a false report in general. But the dog may or may not have been acting anxious. But what we do know is the dog was there. The dog did not follow Ryker, which is pretty.
They could have gave the dog a dog treat. Yeah, hey bro, Scooby Snack here. Be quiet. Okay.
Interesting, because dogs are protective and typically will follow their people. Immediately after realizing that Ryker was not in the yard, he started looking around the front yard, the backyard, the wood line, everywhere that he could feasibly get himself. The dad was looking, calling out to his son, yelling his name, to no avail. He couldn't find a trace or any sign of him. It's as if Ryker literally just vanished out of thin air. After this, the horrifying reality that your son is missing began to set in for the family.
Wait, yo, chat. Actually, that as anyone who's watching, do you think he got kidnapped, or you think he like as a kid went off and like got adventured and like, you know, ended up getting lost somewhere? Yo, you guys both think he got kidnapped? What? Yo, okay, hold up.
Out of thin air. After this, the horrifying reality that your son is missing began to set in for the family. The dad then told the mom what happened, and they contacted the sheriff's department of Lincoln County 2 hours after Ryker went missing. Now, this is the first weird spot in the case for many people, because in their eyes, why would you wait 2 entire hours to call the police if your son's missing? Would you not, look for 10 minutes and then call the police? 2 hours seems extensive. But then again,
I mean, like, think about it like this. Okay, boom. The reason why you don't call him right away is because you're looking, bro. You're literally looking. You're like, boom. Is he, like, under the laundry? Like, is he under the bed? Did he go inside? Like, is he hiding? We think we're playing hide and seek? Did he, like, dig a, little thing in the dirt and, like, playing in the dirt? Is he, like, is he hiding behind the tree? Like, you're just, like, looking. Boom. And in that situation, 2 hours can go by pretty fast. Like, boom, adrenaline's pumping. That's literally someone you gave life to, bro. Like, put that in perspective real quick. That's someone you gave life to. Those 2 hours probably felt like 30 minutes for bro. Maximum. All right? I guarantee you, bro. That's why it took so long.
Again, they might have not wanted to cause a scene or freak anybody out. It was a very small town. They didn't want to cause panic, perhaps. We don't know. But we do know that 2 hours after that, the Lincoln County Sheriff's Department
they were shocked.
was notified, and almost immediately a proper search ensued for Ryker. A search team of 50 volunteers and policemen set out to try to find Ryker, and they combed the immediate area near the family's property
community
and near the neighborhood. They were looking for anything. Footprints, toys, bugs, anything that could lead to Ryker at all. They were looking for it. This search began just a couple hours after Ryker went missing, and the parents called the cops. And the police force even brought in smelling dogs, and they brought in drones, and even a helicopter to try to look through the brush and search for Ryker. He was wearing a jumpsuit with dinosaurs on it, and he had red hair and blue eyes. He was a pretty easy kid to spot. I mean, he would look out of place in the woods. Trust me. Sheriff Short from the Lincoln County Police Department also issued a red alert to the neighboring counties and to people inside of Lincoln County that Ryker was missing. They gave his age, his name, his specifics of where he went missing, what he looked like, and pretty much they thought it was going to work. I mean, realistically, how far could a 3-year-old boy walk off to, The group searched for 3 hours with what was left of the summer sun, and they had to call it quits. Because right at that 3-hour mark, a massive, huge thunderstorm hit the area. Lightning and thunder and rain poured down, and that would pretty much dampen everything. The dogs went home, the drone went home, the helicopter went home. The places they were searching were the immediate wooded areas near the Webb residence. These areas were known to have wildlife such as bears and mountain lions patrolling them, and you couple that with the darkness and the thunderstorm, and the hopes are not high for Ryker at this point. And after the rain hit, the mood began to dwindle down. The next morning, the search restarted. It was June 4th, the sun was out, and it was great weather. This time, the searchers and volunteers specifically targeted an area of woods outside of the neighborhood that the Webbs lived in. It was kind of adjacent to the south. This area, too, was known for its wildlife. There's been literal sightings of bear and mountain lion here, and it was not a safe place, especially in the summer and nighttime. As they entered this different region of the forest, they began to find a weird clue. It was the first sign of Ryker, though. They located what seemed to be strange piles of rocks on the ground. After a few minutes, it was deduced that these piles
what does that
were
mean?
rocks that Ryker might have been carrying with him from flipping them upside down and trying to find bugs underneath.
Oh, shit.
You're walking through the forest, you pick up a rock, you look under it, there's a bug, you keep the rock in your hand. It seems like he just randomly dropped these rocks in different places after he was done.
He was wearing a green dinosaur suit. When he was found, he was wearing a blue dinosaur suit. Wait, they were both dinosaurs? What the fuck? Hold up.
Looking under them, and it was sort of in a way to discard them. They had no real sense of direction, so it wasn't like he was leaving a trail, but they were the first clue that Ryker had been here. This specific section of woods led all the way down to the southern border of Lincoln County to a town called Sanders County. And after scanning these woods for an entire day, the only notable thing that was found was the stones.
Damn, wait, so he's been missing for a whole day.
There was no footprints.
That's wild.
Stones were all that they could find. Day 1
3-year-old
and day
missing
2,
for one day.
Half of the first
4
day
days?
and all of the second day.
3.
Nothing. Now, on the morning of that third day, the long-awaited call came through to the Lincoln County Sheriff's Department. Ryker had been found.
Oh, shit.
He was
Okay, he's found.
alive, and he was inside of a shed 2.4 miles away from his house in Lincoln County. The shed was located along a stretch of road.
Yo, that's actually dead as far as fuck. Wait. So is this a long-ass road right there? Boom, boom. Okay, wait. Is that the city area? Wait. Why does this look like in the middle of nowhere? Am I tripping balls, or is this app map? Not app map. Is this map ass?
Pine Ridge Road, and it was across the county line in Sanders County. The total distance from the yard where he disappeared to
He was in another county? Yo.
the shed he was found in was 2.4 miles. And immediately several red flags shot up in the investigator's eyes and in witnesses' eyes as well. How did a 3-year-old kid in a onesie survive 2 full days and half a night in the woods of Montana when it thunderstormed and rained and lightninged and he had nothing to eat and nothing to drink? How was he doing this good? After Sheriff Short in the Lincoln County Police Department,
Yo, they need to drop the sauce real quick.
He himself went down to Sanders to check on Ryker, make sure it was him, make sure it was okay, and that's what he did. When he arrived, he saw a decently healthy and in okay spirits Ryker Webb. The only physical damage on the child was a few bruises on his face and a few scratches on his legs, and he was kind of skittish and shy, but Sheriff Short believes that was because he...
What? Am I tripping, bro? Because that's nothing like the image, bro. Bro looked like he, seen like a demon. I'm not even trying to be weird, bro.
He was surrounded by, men in uniforms. I guess that freaked him out. I'm sure being missing in the woods for 2 days
I'm
didn't
confused.
make his mental state better, but that's beside the point. He was visibly terrified until Sheriff Short assured him that they were going to take him to his mom and dad and everything was going to be okay. After that, he kind of perked up, his eyes got a little bit of light in them, and he seemed more lively and more like a kid again, and not like a shell shock victim. They then put little Ryker in the back of an ambulance, and that is when this famous image was taken. The first image after Ryker's disappearance. As you can see, his eyes are huge and wide open. He looks battered, and he looks tired, and he looks terrified. Almost like he saw a ghost or something.
That image is actually scary. No, that image is actually scary, bro.
Everybody else was about him being there. He was in a random shed on the corner of their property in the middle of nowhere. Initially, they had no idea how he even got inside of the shed.
Honestly, bro. Honestly, hold up. It doesn't seem like he got kidnapped so far into this video, even though Branch was saying he did or whatever. Bro, listen, I don't think you guys realize how smart kids are. Adults actually deadass misunderstand how smart kids are. You guys think because they're little or whatever, they can't think. dude, respectfully, bro, kids are actually dead ass smart, bro. Like, adults underestimate how smart kids are. I remember being a kid and literally I knew, so my it was a decent walk away. In fact, it was dead ass a jog away, to be honest. So as a kid, I ran from my parents, my mom's house to my grandpa's house. I remember running there, right? I could have got kidnapped. I could have like, you know, been on a disappearance like thing or whatever, bro. But luckily I didn't. Although I was vulnerable because I was a child, I wasn't stupid. Dude, I literally dead ass ran all the way, like, dude, I'm not gonna lie, that would probably was like, hold up, respectfully, half a mile, bro. It was at least maximum 7, minimal 5, bro. I'm gonna keep it a buck right now. Children are actually dead ass smart. As I was running there, you know what happened? Adults literally yelled at me, and they're like, "Yo, what are you doing out here, kid?" Because obviously I'm a child. I didn't understand because I was like, wait, why are they yelling at me? I'm just trying to go to my grandpa's house, bro. What the fuck? Just trying to go to my grandpa's house. And they were like, but now as I'm older, I realize they were protecting me from, like, you know, fucking weirdos who like kidnap children and shit.
Sure. We're just as shocked as everybody else was about him being there. He was in a random shed on the corner of their property in the middle of nowhere. Initially, they had no idea how he even got inside of the shed because there was a door, and he was 3 years old. But the reason they went to search that shed was because one day they were walking back to their property, and they heard this blabbering, clamoring, murmuring noise, and they thought it was actually an animal stuck inside trying to scratch his way out. When they opened the shed, they were shocked to see a little kid frightened in the corner. Ryker was taken to his parents and to the hospital to make sure everything was okay.
Wait, so did he like lock himself in the shed? Did bro? That's the hold up. I gotta that picture's scary.
Police put together a story to try to make sense of what happened to this kid. The Lincoln County Sheriff's Department was not shy about putting a little bit of blame on the parents for neglecting their kid, but they didn't find them at fault or anything. They weren't blaming them. They were kind of just like, hey, it's not good to leave your kid unattended in the front yard in Montana. But Sheriff Short,
the image gives me creeps every time. Every time.
His timeline of events goes like this. Ryker got bored with finding bugs in his front yard, so he walked to the nearby tree line to try to find more. The dog didn't follow for some reason, and he just continued to find more and more rocks, bobbing and weaving him through the woods. He got lost somewhere after that and ran around in an unknown direction until he eventually found the shed.
Damn.
And he got in the shed to take refuge from the storm. Because if you remember, that first night, there was a big storm. So perhaps Ryker got to the shed in time, even though it was 2.4 miles away. Sheriff Short says he might have been smart enough to try to search out for shelter because of the thunderstorm, and that's how he managed to find the shed. And then he stayed there for a full day and a half on his own. That's just...
What? Day and a half. 3-year-old alone in that shed, no food, no water.
Story the police department cooked up. Let's discuss what might have actually happened, because that explanation.
Who the fuck wants to watch you react? You're the least fucking entertaining person ever. Stop reacting and making an original content, you dumb rat.
All right, bro. All right, Matthias, what the fuck should I do then? All right, bro. All right, say if you're gonna say that, then say something else, bro. Oh, you don't got anything to say? All right, bet.
Nation doesn't really make sense on how a 3-year-old traveled 2.4 miles in backcountry Montana and ended up in a shed. The biggest issue with this disappearance is that...
Yeah, facts. Hey, listen to Binky, bro. He told you run the block, bro. He told you if you're gonna talk shit, better spin around, bro.
What?